Good evening and welcome back to KTN Prime. Let's now talk business. We begin with Kenya Pipeline Company, KPC, has entered into a 3-year leasing agreement with the Kenya Petroleum Refineries Limited, KPRL. Under the leasing agreement, KPC will manage KPRL's existing storage facilities, with the two state companies lending their technical expertise and assets towards the realization of the government's early oil program. Energy Cabinet Secretary Charles Kater said the lease agreement will enable the country to shore up its strategic petroleum reserves from the current low of 12 days to 30 days, with plans underway to increase the reserves to 3 months. Currently, the country lacks a common user import terminal under the control of the government for LPG, since there are no government-controlled storage facilities for LPG.
Strategically placed, and we can have a lot of activities being done there. We also, as you know, we are also working on LPG, as the absorption rate in Kenya is very low. It's an open area which we want to use that facility for so many things.
So the partnership between KPRL and KPC will ensure that the facilities at KPRL will be fully utilized. There will be reduction in terms of demurrage on ships which are arriving at Mombasa. And on top of that, we are saying that the early oil project will be accelerated.
We'll move in there, rehabilitate the tanks to put in a state where it will be able to receive this crude oil in readiness for shipping outside the country.
Residents of Athi River and Safaricom staff pension scheme have moved to court to stop property developer Edelman Property from constructing a sewer line which was laid on the ground in the area. The residents have secured a court order stopping the construction until the matter is heard and determined on the 20th of this month. Their lawyer, Janet Mutua, said that her clients were afraid because they might not be able to access their premises and homes due to the ongoing excavation works because of the construction of the sewer line. Morgan Mukavi, who is the resident chair, said that they were not against development, but they were concerned the line was passing over roads, thus affecting work and logistics. The residents are also afraid that the ongoing construction may cause floods once it starts raining.
Quarry Road, who have been affected by an ongoing construction, and their livelihoods are in danger because they are afraid they may not be able to access their premises. And also once it rains, in the forthcoming rains, they might not, there could be floods. They are really affected by that, and they are pursuing their rights, and they are participating. Many more are coming in a case that has been filed by Safaricom pension scheme against Edelman.
We have a developer who's developing house about 2,000 units, but putting the sewer. Instead of taking it underground, it's just building it over roads and stuff like that, raising road stuff and stuff like that. This is really affecting us already. Market values of our house units have gone down. Number two, our place is prone to overflooding. The way they have redone the roads is just a danger to our houses. We're just not happy about it. Hopefully, the court will see our case and rule in our favor.
As the world marks Women's Day under the theme Women Changing the World, we take a closer look at women in aviation. Kenya Airways has 32 female engineers out of the 632 engineers employed by the airline. KTN's Joy Doreen Bera spoke to some of the female engineers to get insight on just how they have managed to make it in a man's world.
It's close to 10 a.m. in the morning when we arrive at the Kenya Airways maintenance hangar area at the airline's headquarters. And like regular days, women have taken over all the engineering at the national carrier. Rosie, one of the senior most experienced engineers at the airline with close to 3 decades of experience, takes us on a journey on what her first day at work was like 29 years ago.
We're the first engineers in Kenya Airways, and then it was not easy. It was very difficult because it was a man's job, not a woman's job. So when we came here, We didn't have toilets. Toilets were all for men, not women. So it was like kind of very hard for us.
Outside the office and into the workshop area just meters away is an all-female crew that is hard at work, making phone calls to various departments, fixing aircraft engines, while others are inside the aircraft doing maintenance on the interior of the Embraer. They have 6 hours to hand in a complete report. These women are engineers and technicians making it in what a few years ago would have been a male-dominated field. Esther Mungai has worked at Kenya Airways for 11 years and is one of the senior engineers.
We work for 12 hours, depends. For example, today, the check requires 187 hours. I have a group of 25, and we work for 10 hours in a day, so that is well covered.
Just a few feet away, Esther introduces me to Catherine Ombaigwa, another fearless engineer with 9 years' experience doing maintenance on the Embraer's engine, a duty that takes between 10 minutes to 8 hours.
I work on our Embraer, the new gen. I used to work on the 7.6, which is away, and the 7.8.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you.
It is no doubt that women are often underrepresented in the fields of engineering. These engineers and technicians are part of the bigger team at Kenya Airways that ensures safety and maintenance when on board any of the aircraft is up to standard.
The aircraft has come in, it has a very unique problem, maybe something you haven't faced before. So by the time you think about it and do the troubleshooting so that you're able to narrow down to the problem, it's very exciting. It's like working on a puzzle.
It feels good when we release the aircraft and we get no complaints. We know at the end of the day the passenger will be comfortable, because that's what we really deal with. We make sure that the seats are good, the surrounding is clean. As in, it feels good when you don't get the complaints.
At the moment, there are 32 female engineers compared to close to 200 male engineers at the airline. Joy Doreen Bira, KTN News. Celebrating women in aviation, and of course on this Women's Day, celebrating all the women. They're important to do whatever it is you have in your hands to do with passion and excellence. Right, let's read some feedback from our big hit tonight. We're asking you whether you support the national and county government's decision to import doctors to replace the striking medics. Some of what you're saying tonight. Jesse Reduma, you tweet, no, Kenya should import leaders instead. Polly Obondi, you're saying no, acha upuzi. Brian Queen Dehart, he say yes, let's just hope it's not another set of GMO. Austin Oyuer, no, but while at it, let's import politicians who are willing to work at a fraction of what ours earn and deliver. Solomon Ambuku, no, what we need from Tanzania is Magufuli to depose helpless Jubilee admin and jail the Mafia House scandal looters. Well, thank you so much for being with me here on KTN Prime. On behalf of the team, it has been great to have your company with us, but we're not yet done. Lynn Washira is standing by to bring you sports news. Until we see you again, have a good night and God bless.